Hey, welcome everybody. We're here at the East Indoor Provincials, the women's provincials. Three set up. We're covering the semi-finals. Two semi-finals are about to start. They're just the neutral meetings. So we'll be the match between Rainbow during that time. And so that's what's going on. We'll also give you score updates in the other semi-final, which is Gillian Moon against Linda Heath. I'm Jennifer. I'll introduce you to Tom Berridge, who's commentating with me today.
Good afternoon. Well, I guess it's still the morning now. Some might remember the last name Berridge. My younger brother Rob was a fixture here for previous uh, simulcasts. I guess is that's what we're doing. I guess so. Okay. Well, I'll try and do my best. He was in the broadcast media. I was in print, so hopefully it all comes out. But glad to be here, Shane.
It's good to have you. And it's like, obviously neither of us is going to be able to match up to Rob, but we'll just try and do our best. The two of us together might make one game.
Yeah, yeah, that could be. That could be. Yeah, he's a tough act to follow, that's for sure. And we welcome visitors to the simulcast. Those people that can't come out to the game here at beautiful Pacific Indoor Bowls Club in the basement of the off of Clancy Luringer Way, just off of what left field of Nat Bailey Stadium there. Come down and check us out. Lovely facility.
Both of these semi-finals promise to be really close matches. There's still there's three of them have two tiebreakers, but we're not going to be surprised to see which matches go to tiebreakers. You've got very strong sort of players in both matches.
Yes, yes, we do. We got over on two. We have uh, Linda Ng, who is the 2024 indoor champion, went to the Worlds after that. Jillian is the reigning Canadian indoor champion. And on five, uh, Rainbow is no stranger to this type of competition. Champion in 2018, I believe. But the newcomer, June Huang, is a real up and comer. Hasn't really made her mark in the provincials and the V&D as yet, but has really done a has really done a good job at the league and club level, and is really making a name for herself. A very steady player.
I think what we're seeing is we're seeing a lot of players come through those intermediate grades. And effectively, see we've got a lot better at providing tournaments and competitions for the intermediate bowlers. Um, and they're just jumping into the provincials and the Vancouver and district tournaments now with a lot of confidence. And so we're seeing that both in the men's. So I think in our quarterfinals we had 3 out of 8 were intermediate or recently intermediate sort of bowlers. And so uh, it deepens the pool of bowlers to bowl against, and it increases the talent level overall. So it's a good thing.
It is a good thing, and they're embracing this. They've done well at the intermediate and novice level, and don't seem to be shy at all about jumping right in uh, into this high level competition and doing extremely well at that.
I was too scared to jump provincial until my fourth year, I think, and then I finally gave it a go.
Yeah, well, I could. I think I followed the same scenario as well. But today they feed off each other, and I hear them talking back and forth, and they are encouraging each other to go in there, and that's where you're gonna, you know, get the experience and the tactical experience as well. And they are doing that in spades.
Kicked off here and not all three. Rainbow is following the Purple Bowls, and so she bowls the title. Okay. Under the Tiger Chiefs. Those Purple Bowls, you will see them doing exactly what this one is doing, is just right in the edge every time. Um, June is bowling with the blue bowls. She's bowling with the Cincinnati teams. So I should mention our marker here for this match was Alan Wallace. You may remember Alan from coverage back last year. One finished third in at the National Indoor Singles.
Yeah, he's my skip in league play too for the last 4 years. Wonderful player, really, really positive and upbeat guy. Really good guy to play with.
I'd play against as well, yeah.
Yeah,
He's if you're playing well, he just takes that as a challenge to play better. And he's always encouraging the opposition as well. So great
mm,
guy to play with and against.
totally well. Yeah, he's just a super indoors, just an unbelievably good draw bowler.
Incredibly precise, yeah.
Yeah,
I think Rainbow's you've got very similar to that on the women's side. She's a very strong bowler. Looks like June got a second shot in there just in front of Rainbow as well. Just waiting, got a third one coming in now. Very close.
June's got very good control of her weight for a new bowler. She's only an intermediate bowler. As a matter of fact, I think she came third in the recent gender neutral intermediate singles here at PIBC.
And that tournament keeps on sort of being a great stepping stone for really good.
It does. That's true. It does. A lot of new bowlers, particularly out of Stanley Park, have really shone well in that particular competition. As a matter of fact, I don't think any other club has broken through on it yet. The last five champions have all been from Stanley Park.
I think we may have to check what's in the water at Stanley Park.
Better check it out.
Yeah. June's last ball coming in now. Looks like she's holding shot, I think. Just a touch shy of
Yeah,
which is not unusual when you've got a close hit like that. You want to send it out wide. If it comes back in, good. If it
it doesn't. And particularly if you're holding shot, you don't want to force anything that might swing it the other way. Yeah, looks like one for June. On ring two, they're going really long for their first one. It looks like Linda might be holding that.
it definitely looks like Linda's holding her. She's got her last bowl to come in.
As a matter of fact, at the most recent uh, pairs competition at PIBC, uh, June and Neil Khan won that competition.
Is that what you wanted?
So she's had a lot of success.
Okay.
Can only fuel the confidence.
I'd like to know what that's like one day. I'd need to have some success first. Find out what that would be like. I'll keep on trying.
Yeah, well, you never know with this game. You never know when your time is up. I don't mean time is up, finished, but
It's a loud
yeah,
step.
that's a nice start. A touch or the boot.
Listen behind the curtain.
Yeah, perfect spot.
We just work on one. It's okay. Rainbow's not going to be too worried about that. I guess. She does. Okay. We're in the time.
Yeah, good.
A little narrow, but she's
Yeah, good weight. Yeah, jack high.
So Linda picked up two shots in the first end there. The other semi-final, she was 2-0 after one end. It's a little short there from June. That's the type of bowl that I always tell my skip is a tactical bowl. It was meant to be that short.
Well, it'll be a distraction.
It can help sometimes. It is a little bit in Rainbow's eye, but Rainbow's a real professional.
Yeah,
Drilling these out.
yeah. If she finds her line, she'll be all over that. It's a good 6 feet in front of the jack, so it's not shouldn't be a too much of an impediment.
Yeah, I mean, if you're hitting that, you weren't going to get there either.
No, true enough.
It's looking a little bit away now from June.
This is a better weight.
Right.
Yep, yep. Almost jack level.
Over two shot line. Okay. So I think Rainbow will probably stick to the same holes. Just their shooter's trying to try to short this setup.
Looks like she's throwing a tad more weight at it. Yeah. Oh, that's a good ball. That's a bit of an unlucky touch there. Like June, still two up.
One bowl each leaf to go. I think at this stage, yeah, Jim just wants to get a bowl in with those three rainbows, but it's just enough way there. You could still get a counter and still get it in nice.
Yep. I didn't quite get there. Good idea, though.
Yeah, she had the right idea. She just touch wide, touch shy. Rainbow's had to change hands here because she'd sort of tucked the jet too far away.
Let's see if she went to school on June's Bowl. Oh, I think this is going to come up just a little bit short. Yeah.
It's looking like two shots for June. Very strong start for her, but
It's a similar start to the quarterfinal that Rainbow had. She was a little slow out of the mark in that game, but came back to beat Vivian Chan, who was the 20, 2023 champion, I believe, in this competition.
and Rainbow does do this sometimes. She'll get a few shots behind, but she's very good at just digging in and getting herself back in the match.
Totally.
If she loses the first set,
Well, she's unflappable that way.
almost
She,
always wins the second
yeah,
set.
very, very confident in her shot making. It's,
Straight off three shot. Looks like Julian's holding shot. She may even have to turn the moment against Linda on the second end of the other semi-final. Yeah, Mark is indicates that Julian's holding two positions just to out. Please set the jack down. Round. Let's see what she can do. Put pressure on with it first.
she got the weight right. It's just a bit wide.
Very good weight. We just need to adjust the width of these. Okay. Easy to see it, hard to do.
Hmm.
Three. So you go for three now. Okay. Two in the rainbow both. In like they're in very good form.
True.
So then maybe a foot and a half short there from rainbow, but clearly not.
June Bulls out of Granville Park, formerly Dunbar, but I believe she's a Granville Park bowler now. Rainbow is Richmond, as are the other two on ring two.
I have to claim a little bit of New West for Rainbow as well. She's a member of New West as well.
Uh-huh. Yep.
It's just a behind there from my side. Yeah, behind me here, hitting with both bowls. Just wanted to mention the other game tools you did over here.
Gillian took 1 point back in the game on ring two. Linda Ing is now ahead 2-1 after two ends.
Great by coming in with their third shot. Just needs to get around those front two.
No. Yeah, line was right on.
So it's actually quite open there. Both hands are open. It's a good foot and a half or so.
Yeah, there's no obstruction there. They should just have an easy forehand. Or excuse me, that'd be backhand. Not sure. I think a little bit too much weight behind it.
it sort of seemed like she.
Rainbow got a chance to claw back some of the points she gave up in the first two ends.
Isn't always with Rainbow. She's just very in her zone, and she doesn't let much get to it.
No.
She just plays her own game every time.
Well, really, that's what the game of bowls is all about when you're on that mat. You're just trying to make that shot. Regardless of what the score is and who you're playing against. It's really a game against yourself most of the time.
I quite often lose to myself. So.
we're always our worst enemy most of the time. Yeah, for sure.
Yes, if I felt was.
Well, I think she must get two. I think. No, just one. Just a single.
June leads 3-1 to 3-1. And then just leading on for 2-1 to 2-0 in the semi-finals. Do you still have out? Kick on lead. Fellowship anyway. Let's look at virtually all here. What up? We can. Rainbow's book to make up a little bit. It's maybe I should have fun. So we just she's throwing the jack to the tee.
I think Rainbows more prefer the 30-meter-ish range.
Share that mic. We already know. We already know. Share that mic. Share it. Okay, so June's first shot there's just it's around about 2.5 feet short of a jack. Good line.
Oh, it just might have.
That's close. It's a bit hard to tell from here.
Yeah.
I'm not sure, but they're both very close. But I'm sure they're going to get closer bowls than this.
Yes, well, you're spot on, Shane. She just put one nicely about 14 inches behind the jack now.
Finally, after 15 years of marriage, I've finally been right about something. I'm going to text my wife straight away.
Well,
I'm not sure that's what Rainbow planned, but it was effective. I think she's knocked herself in for shot there.
this one looks like it's got a little bit of weight behind it. Ooh, just enough. That's a very nice shot. Mm.
Okay, now it's very close for shot now. I'm
They're on
not
a bit
sure.
of an angle. It's hard to tell from our vantage point.
We're looking at the overhead shot here. Yeah, even with that measure between June's last shot and Rainbow's previous shot.
Over on ring 2, Linda's taking another point off Jillian. It's now Just wait till she moves off the mat.
Okay, well, that settles it. Rainbow's definitely holding shot now, and she's nudged that other bowl back. So one, possibly two shots for Rainbow. Yeah, Gillian's doing a very good job of covering that scoreboard. It's 4-1 to Linda.
4-1 after 3 for Linda.
Okay, so June just has to really keep that same line she did on her previous bowl. She was very close, just a touch over.
June's not going to change up her shot making too much. She's predominantly a draw bowler and just a little shy on that approach.
Yeah, so it's just those few extra inches out from what she would have wanted. So let's see if it's a 1 or 2 for Rainbow. Rainbow suggesting 2. Looks like they've agreed. So if that's correct, that should bring us back to dead even.
It's
3
good.
all.
Yeah.
In the quarterfinals, Rainbow defeated Vivian Chen. Um, Vivian won the first set. Rainbow came back and got home in the tiebreaker. June had a really tough match against Bobby Jean Charlton. Came down to the last bowl. Bobby Jean played a weighted shot and missed the jag by millimeters.
Her third shot, Bobby Jean's third shot, she had a good draw, uh, touched the jack, but didn't get a good roll to it. It rolled towards two of June's bowls, which put them in uh, put June in a very advantageous situation and made a tough, difficult fourth shot for Bobby Jean.
Yeah, she just
A little
about pulled
fortunate.
it out though.
Yeah, she did.
She's a good bowler, Bobby Jean. Just unlucky.
Absolutely. Absolutely. She was the winner of Group A, Bobby Jean.
I think Tom, you were most intently looking at the other quarterfinal, Gillian's match.
Well, Gillian's match, my wife, Supinda Goodnock, made her provincial debut against Gillian, and true to form, she went to a tiebreak for the fourth time in the competition, but uh, missed her missed her final shot, giving Gillian the uh, a 2-1 advantage in the three-shot tiebreak. Really, really good match.
Yeah, they both played superbly. That
Yeah,
was that
proud of
was
my
the
wife
match
in that
everyone
one.
was watching, to be honest.
Mm.
Okay, so very close here. It's looking like June's holding shot there. Rainbow coming in with her third bowl.
She's got a good approach here. Depends on the weight. It looks a bit of a touch there.
Yep.
It'll be close.
Yep, it's looking like that's Rainbow holding shot there. So June just needs to do what she's been doing. She's been very good, very efficient so far.
Yes. A good approach to,
Lovely line.
yeah. Oh, I like the weight too. It looks very good.
Very nice.
Yeah. This is what June will bring. Just consistent draws. It can be frustrating for some of these more experienced bowlers to come up against a young one who doesn't seem to be showing a lot of fear out there.
The Rainbow's trying hard here. That one of June's just fell over. Just shy, so I
Just
think
shy.
it's looking like 1 to June, I think. I have it a look.
She's got a
And
bowl
she's
to
got
go.
1 to come.
it's one of those heads where you want to be conservative. Um, there's plenty of bowls in close to the jack there. Maybe just come and sort of get a little nudge off one of Rainbow's.
Well, you got one at, you got two on the flank there, so you just play a nice bowl of take a good green. You might get a fortunate wick off of that and without disturbing anything
Oh,
else.
she's just going to try and straight
Oh,
draw
she's
here.
just going to draw right into it. And look at that. It's pretty as you please.
Oh, that's a
Well,
shot.
wonderful shot.
It moves it closer to her other bowl. So two for June.
I've often, I talked to my wife about this because she's a relatively new bowler. And I say to them that, you play against the experienced bowlers and it's, it weighs on them that, I don't know that everybody is afraid to lose, but against these new bowlers, we're human beings, and indecision creeps creeps in there, and you're sure you can beat them, but boy, when you get out on that green and they start making some shots, it sometimes weighs on them a little bit. I think.
Yeah, I think it's like especially if you're playing, say, some of the juniors, and they're good, but you still feel, I've been playing this a little longer than them,
Yeah,
and I should be beating them, but talent is talent. So
it is, and you know what? These young bowlers, they don't have anything to lose. They come in here. Uh, June, for example, practices every day here at PIBC and puts in a lot of time. And it's you can see that the results are uh, not surprising.
on the other hand, I'm playing in provincials in 2 weeks and haven't picked up a bowl in 8 months. So
Well, sometimes
a reasonable start there for June, just about a yard short. Rainbow just cutting in between there, so still about 2.5 feet short. In the other semi-final, Linda's now up 5-1 after four ends.
then that's what June does. She just draws a little closer,
Yep, that's
putting a little bit more pressure on her opponent.
yeah, and the more pressure you put on, eventually that can really wear on the other
It
people.
does, it does. But look at this. Very good shot by Rainbow. It's coming in shot, but a foot behind the jack.
Yeah, very nice work from Rainbow. And again, Rainbow's similar to June. This is what she does. She just
Yeah,
stays consistent, keeps on coming at you.
yeah. It's really almost a game of attrition. You just have to keep, you just have to keep making shots. I mean, when you play Rainbow, you have to keep making shots.
Yeah, and if you get the opportunity one end to maybe create a multiple, then sure. But if you just keep yourself in the game,
That's right.
and I think a lot of the time with the very, very accurate bowlers, sometimes you need to do something special just to get it back in your favor. And when you do, you can actually then sort of kick on. Um, but especially say someone like Rainbow who's so experienced, it's hard to break through and hard to sort of challenge her without her just keeping on doing what she does.
That's right. And there's something else to be said about, changing what you're doing out there as well. I mean, um, you know, a newer bowler like June, she's probably not going to change too much. You know, keep doing what she's done, what's got her here. Um, but uh, again, there's a lot of pressure on, you have to, you can't have one of those loose ends
Yeah,
because for somebody like Rainbow, be quick to cash in.
yeah,
And with only seven, a 7 in, 2 7 in games, really can't afford to give up a 3 and a 4. Very difficult to get it back.
Yeah, threes and fours will, you end up playing a different game from your normal game. You end up trying to chase sort of
Yeah.
bigger sort of ends, and
Yeah, and you start trying to chase, and you're starting to make shots that you don't normally like to make or want to make, and seldom are they going to help you.
yeah, once in a blue moon, it'll
Once
work
in a
for
blue
you.
moon, yeah. If luck's on your side, maybe, but you just really want to be consistently putting that. See, now here's a good case in point. You know, June left her pass bowl quite short, opening the door for Rainbow to take advantage, and she did it.
So I think that's looking like a two for Rainbow. We'll just wait for confirmation, but if it is,
Yeah, should
that would
tie the
draw us
game up
even
again.
again. Yeah. So June's considered one of them. Having a look at the second.
Deciding between themselves quite well. I don't think we've had a measure yet.
No. Yeah, and I think you find particularly with experienced players like Rainbow, but they know. Like I'm always, I'm always checking. But yeah, there's some players who just have a really good eye for it and they're very confident. So
Yeah. Yeah, when they're sitting on the mat with the last bowl and a wide open window, usually they don't have any problems putting it in. So 5-5 after 6 ends. So yeah, winner of this going to take the first set.
yeah, and I think it 5-5 is a fair reflection. I think they've both been playing well. Certainly no one's dominated yet. Very close. Just missed it.
There's a chance for June. Just
Okay, hopefully neither of those two bowls will be in the count. Let's see if we can get some closer bowls. That's the other one. Rainbow's still not happy with it. She's still talking to herself after that one that she could have got a little closer. But it's shot.
well, you and I are pretty happy when we get within a foot, but these more experienced bowlers have
Yeah, to be fair,
different ideas.
I would have been doing the happy dance then, but in the other semi-final, Linda's just taking a shot, and that is 6-1 after 5 ends to Linda Ing over Gillian Poon. June's trying hard here. Sorry, Ray. Apologies, Rainbow. So Rainbow holding shot, June coming in now. Let's see what she can do. Very similar to Rainbow's last bowl, ends up just behind it. So again, this is just another chance for Rainbow to put in a second bowl just to give herself a bit of backup here. You don't want to create a target for June, but I haven't really seen June play many aggressive shots.
Everybody seems to be a tiny bit heavy on this particular end. Rainbow shaking her head after that one. knows that she's given June an opportunity to take this end with a good bowl.
Let's see what she can do. It's coming a little hot.
Yeah, everybody just seems to be a little 3-4 feet.
Yeah, just enough for Rainbow there.
Just enough to take the end.
It'll take.
She knew she shook her head after that last bowl. She knew that she gave June the opening, but fortunately for Rainbow, she was unable to take advantage.
Yeah, and I think as soon as you do that as a bowler, you are always telling yourself that the other player's gonna take advantage of you not shutting
Yes.
that down. You tell yourself, "Oh, what an idiot," and then
Yes.
if they do it, they do it. If they don't, then you just heave a big sigh of relief and tell yourself not to do it next time.
Well, that's what June's going to learn in her the early stages of her career here. That she'll learn that year or two from now that'll be an automatic, and you'll.
Yeah. Yes. And so, first set to Rainbow. He's thrown the jack, first end of the second set. In the other semi-final, Linda's got two bowls sitting right in behind the jack, putting the pressure on Gillian, who's already 6-1 down, needs to at least pick up a couple here to give herself a realistic chance. Rainbow's first bowl coming in. Just a little heavy, a little narrow. She'll adjust from that. Chance for June to try and put the pressure on. And once the first set's over, you just need to forget about it and just concentrate and say, this is a one set game now. I've got to win this. And that's all you have to focus on. First set didn't happen. It's irrelevant now. Okay, I think sometimes the first end of the second set, there's a bit of nervous tension from that first set. And you're not quite as precise as you were. I'm sure they'll adjust back pretty quickly. At the moment, that jack is feeling pretty lonely.
There we go. Well, June draws about within a foot, less than a foot.
Yep, very nice. Rainbow's just stepping out to have a look to see how she might get in there. Well, she's trying hard here. Okay. Second shot, but it's a nice bowl. It might fall over. It might be interesting. No, it's not going to fall over enough, though.
June just wants to draw to the Rainbow's back pole there.
Yep. Get a little sit on it, and it's a perfect place.
Oh, she drew just a little bit shy.
Yeah, that may even be in
It
the
might
count.
be a measure. Yeah, it could be. She could be up too.
Yes, I think with the way this head's sitting, it's hard to get the draw in here for Rainbow. I'm not sure if she might be tempted just to try and get a little nudge off that shot bowl of June's. Doesn't have to be any real weight. It can just be a
Well, I think I'd want to come backhand there, and even if you could promote June onto that jack, you'd be the willing recipient in the back there. Make sure you have enough weight to move that full, and it doesn't look like it's got quite enough to do that.
No, she hit the right line.
Yeah.
Or that little nudge may be beneficial to June there. It may now be 2 shots. We'll wait and see.
I think June doesn't want to do too much here. He just, I think, just just get behind that jack.
I, I think it's the same shot as you were calling for
Yeah.
the previous one, right? Just
I would
try and
think.
sit on that one of rainbows.
I would think so. Yeah, you want to be behind it just in case.
Yeah, get it out nice and wide, and if it comes back, great.
Yeah. Oh, she came up short again.
I think all of us have done that when we've been holding a,
Well, you
close.
don't want to wreck it, right?
Yeah. I've been there, done that.
The brain is telling you, don't wreck it. You're up to, or up potentially to.
So in the other semi-final, Linda's just played beautifully and picked up 3 shots. So she wins that first set 9-1. They won't even play the last end. So they should be going to the second set now. We talk about Rainbow and with her being very, you know, consistent and mechanical. But well, Linda's that and then some. Um, she's been very good against a very good bowler in Gillian. Gillian's a tough player to play. She's so consistent,
She is.
great draw bowler. And, for Linda to win that set that easily.
But few can do what Linda's capable of doing. Not only is she an exceptional draw bowler, but has very good control over her weighted draws. And she's cooking on all cylinders. She's a very difficult opponent.
Yeah, I think like Linda was always very, very good, but I think since she's become part of the national sort of setup, she's obviously been getting sort of like, just really superb coaching there because
Yeah.
she's just getting better and better. And she was damn good to start with. So, yeah.
Yeah, it seems that, she doesn't make a bad shot. She doesn't make a bad decision. And all of that, I guess is, when you play at that level and against your peers like that, it's, you just acquire so much more ammunition, I guess is a better way of putting it.
Yeah, and just to make it even more annoying, she's a lovely human being as well.
Yes,
So
yeah.
it's like, could you have some sort of like, something wrong? Come on.
Just a tiny flaw, please.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I think part of what is strong with her is that she is very controlled and very focused. So this one,
Wow.
Rainbow's thrown a nice one in there.
Jim decided to shorten the length a little bit, and she's still having a little difficulty with the weight.
Let's see if she can adjust it here. She's 1-0 up after one end. Just a little narrow.
As well. Yeah.
But the weight's pretty good.
Might take away.
I think if you can get that weight right, it's a little easier to adjust sort of the width than it is weight. So she's got the weight right. She just needs to work on the width.
Rainbow on the backhand.
It's coming in
This
nicely.
might have backfired on June. Rainbow seems to like this distance.
Yeah, I think Rainbow is very versatile. With length. I've tried to play that game against Rainbow, adjusting the length, and she'll just make you wish you hadn't every time.
Yeah.
But you got to try something, right?
Well, yes, most of the time you do.
And that's made it worse. But it wasn't a bad shot from June. She just didn't quite get the right side of
Just
Rainbow's
got the
ball.
wrong side of it. Yeah.
So, like we were talking about earlier, Rainbow's just going to sort of keep on
And
coming
she's
in.
going to mark that last hole there.
Yeah. Yeah, that's not a bad place to be.
Rainbow last won this event, I believe, in 2018.
But yeah, I think every year since she's been there or thereabouts, she's been, you
Yes.
know, in the placings quite often.
Oh,
Well
what a
done.
shot by June. She just nice weighted draw. Took the jack all the way to the ditch. My goodness, that's quite a shot. It's quite a shot for a third year bowler.
Yeah, and as an opponent, you say well played, and then under your breath, you're muttering to yourself. So,
Well, this is something that she's acquired, just in the last year. Uh,
it's just going to be a bit
it's
heavy.
a tiny bit heavy. Yeah.
Her line was near perfect.
Well, let's see how that shot affects the next couple of ends. That was a very tactically brilliant shot, I think. Looked effortless as well.
Yep, and I think like when you're holding a couple of shots like Rainbow was, it's easy to sort of already almost count those shots.
Hmm.
It's something you've got to be conscious of not doing. But it's hard not to just sort of think, oh, okay, that would take me to 2-1 in front, and so
Yeah, you're counting the chips before
Mhm.
you put your hand on the
Yeah,
table. And at this level, you have to expect that that probably won't be there after the final shot's taken.
yeah, and I think it's when you're playing at this level, when you're at a semi-final, you know that your opponent's going to be able to do that kind of a shot. You've got to sort of prepare yourself for that happening.
Yeah.
So in the other semi-final, it looks like I think Linda might have picked up was it 2 shots on the first end, so she's 2-0 up after one end. Really good start from June here. Rainbow coming in with her first shot.
Yeah. You just make a shot like that, steal the end, and then immediately put the pressure right on her with your first bowl.
Yeah, I wish I knew how that felt. It's like one day maybe.
And the second bowl looks like a very smart bowl as well. Nicely placed right about 2, 3 feet behind,
Yep.
positioning herself very well.
It's a sort of bowl that as a skip you always call for your leads to
Yeah.
get one on the jack and one in behind, and they're doing the job. So Rainbow trying to better that one.
She came within a foot.
So this is a completely different end from the last time they were down here. First end of this set, it was a little loose initially, and then they got some good shots in the end. This end, they're just peppering it right in there.
Looks like both of them are upping their game now and trying to break the other one if they can. She preferred to.
So Rainbow's got the next shot coming down. So the score is 2-0 after 2 ends for June. Rainbow won the first set.
Like that one back, I think.
Yeah. the best thing about a bowl like that is that you've still got one bowl to come. You can just pretend that didn't happen.
So she's come up a bit short again. I'm just sitting here watching June play, and she seems to be playing with a tremendous amount of confidence. You wouldn't think she's only a third-year bowler the way she's, you know, comes up to the mat quite smartly, decisively, makes her shot. There doesn't seem to be any indecision in the shot. Uh, you just wonder what's going through their mind, like, is it confidence growing before your eyes, sort of thing, or
Yeah, and I think that, some people come into the game confident.
yeah,
Like, oh, this is close.
oh, very close.
Well, it's an old adage, but I've got to repeat it. Bowls were made for holes. That one found every bit of a gap that was only probably 1.25 bowls wide. Uh, but it happens.
Mm.
So just the one shot there, I think, for June. So she'll go out to a 3-0 lead after 3 ends. But yeah, I think, it's interesting. I mean, some players, you don't know what people have done in their lives before they start bowling or what other sports they might have played. And, you know, there can be a mental toughness that comes from somewhere. And, some players just seem unaffected. And some other players really ride the emotions every end, every bowl. And they can still be very good bowlers too. But if you get the choice, having that control over your emotions and being able to just sort of play like it means nothing, like you're just playing a club match against a friend. That's a fine attribute to have, and June definitely seems to have that.
Well, from this vantage point, Shane, it seems like that. She doesn't seem to be breathing hard. Just very calm, collected.
Yeah, every so often I'll be on the greens and I'll be thinking, oh, yeah, I'm good, I'm calm, I'm collected. Then I'll look down at my Fitbit and I'll look at my heart rate and be like, wow, okay, when I'm running, I don't get, you know, that high in the heart rate. So yeah, it's as much as you try sometimes, it's tough.
Yes. She puts in another, very good weight on this particular shot.
Yeah.
Long jack.
Yeah, she's changing it up a bit as well. She's throwing down the gauntlet there to the more experienced player.
Mhm.
Yeah, just a little long from Rainbow, but
Yeah,
she's
she's been passing. Some
she's
of her shots have been
yeah.
passing a little bit too frequently at this point. She's gonna have to.
Yeah, I think the thing is that, all it takes is one bowl to get yourself back in the match, right? So
Yes.
she gets her length next bowl, then all of a sudden that machine clicks in again.
Yeah, and here's the opportunity. The last three bowls have been pretty all within about a yard away, so opportunity here to.
See what she can do. Again, good line, just the length. Yeah, well, she's halved the distance between herself with the jack. You do that again, and you've probably got the shot bowl. Yeah, you can have 3 average bowls, but all it takes is one good bowl to get the end,
Here comes that good bull.
and that's just lovely. So she's sitting 2 at the moment, Jane. Pressure's on Rainbow.
She hasn't had an easy end since that takeout that June made in the first end.
Yeah, that psychological sort of ebb and flow,
It is.
that one shot can really impact you.
Well, that one shot sort of turned the tide in this second set. Ever since that takeout by June, she's seems to be in in control of things at the moment. And at the moment, Rainbow hasn't had an answer.
Yeah, I had one good bowl against me in 2021, and I've been struggling ever since. So, you know, it's just a slump. It's only 4.5 years, so I'll be back.
Yeah.
But I have to say, like, there's a truth that that one bad bowl you put in, 4 years ago. You sometimes still think about that every so often. You go, I should have played that shot in that tournament.
Well, I think the best thing is just to forget. I forget most of my bad shots. In too many.
And let's see what June can do here. She's going to add to it. Really put the pressure on.
She's got the good length. It's maybe a tad narrow here and short. Oh, but maybe it
Still on that.
might still be a counter. Yeah, I think it is counting.
Yeah, I think so. I think it's over 2 or 3 for it. Yeah,
It takes away the forehand a little bit too, Shane.
does. Yeah, narrows the options there for
Yeah.
Rainbow. But that being said, Rainbow's been sort of
She's
through.
still got the forehand. She just comes a little bit narrow onto the bowl, which is just to the left of the jack.
See what she decides.
Well, she's coming backhand. She's got a free window on the backhand.
It's just a matter of she can adjust. Lines
Well, she's
okay.
got plenty of weight. This one,
Want to get a touch.
oh, it's just going to be a little narrow.
Oh,
Little narrow.
she could have overtaken the jack or got a nudge off that front bowl.
Yeah.
But again, like she did last time, she found that gap.
Seems to be pushing just a tad. She's got to let the green do the work, and seems to be just pushing just a little bit. This game is very strange. You win your first set, and then so often you go off the boil. It's I don't know if it's complacency or well, at least I got the tie break.
Yeah, I think the story I always tell is of a match that I played was Provincial peers actually with Rob, and him and I had come straight off a tiebreaker. We were playing against Jim Tahoki and Michael Leong, and we lost the tiebreaker to them. Went straight to our next match because we'd maxed out our time. We lost the first set 19-1. And we sort of looked at each other and said, we can do better. And so we won the second set 20-0. We lost the tiebreaker, but we at least felt pride that we'd managed to, we were +1 for the match. So.
Yeah, right. June's going long again. A pretty good approach.
Yeah, so long, but she's maybe a meter and a half long there, but the line was very good. She just needs to adjust now. Chance for Rainbow though.
It's hard to get a lot of points off a 33 meter jack.
Yeah, well, she's got the shot. It's a very loose shot, so it's a 6-0 lead to June after 4 ends. Cross in the other semi-final, much closer in the second set so far. Linda's leading 2-1 after 2 ends.
Gillian just promoted her bowl to shot in the third end.
Yeah, from a completely biased perspective, I'd like to see both semi-finals go to a tiebreaker, just because it's more fun. You'd love to see what happens in those tiebreakers and how people react.
It was a very nice approach shot by Rainbow. Very good second jump, second bullet.
Yes, I think, she'll be looking at this thinking maybe if I can bring the next one in the jack and move it to my bowls. But it's still hard to create a lot of shots here.
That's another good bull by June. Very good. That's a good spot there.
Yep, she'll be very happy with that. Like, even though she probably would have preferred it to be closer, like that's in a nice position depending on, what Rainbow does.
Yeah, Rainbow will be coming forehand, so it probably won't factor into the score. Very close again. Just by.
So Jen's had a good look at the head, trying to work out what to do here. Rainbow coming down and just.
June's got to be careful here. Rainbow's been very close on her last two forehands. She trails that jack back. Could put herself in a very good position. June should probably be covering back.
Yeah, I think she'd want to get something in between sort of those bowls of rainbows that are all in a line.
She's coming backhand.
So if she can just sit on that middle bowl of rainbows, that's probably the best place to be.
It's not going to be anywhere near the.
Oh.
Maybe she's.
I think
trying to set up a block.
She's trying to block that shot. Yeah. I mean, I think Rainbow's got the option of coming with sort of weight if she wants, but really the best shot for her is just getting a little nudge of that jack, moving it to the side. But it's got to be a very precise shot to do that.
Well, she'd have to come with a reasonable amount of weight if she's going to come inside that bull. With Tiger 2, she should have enough green to draw to it. See what she does.
She's coming out plenty.
Looks like she's coming with a little bit of targeted weight. There we go. Oh, bit of an unlucky bounce there.
Yeah, that's looking like it's just going to be a single shot to June. No real change, but it was a good bowl. Just bad.
It was an excellent bowl. Just an unlucky outcome, I think.
Yeah. No, she did everything we said she should do, right? Those jacks, they never listen.
No.
There's a few bowlers out there, I think, are jack whisperers who think they can influence the jack, but I'm not sure if it's just that they're very good bowlers. The jack's just doing what it does.
Over on ring 2, looks like Jillian's still holding. Oh, and Linda just took the jack back.
But she's had the same result as Rainbow. I think looks like she just nudged it back to one of Jillian's waiting bowls.
Can't quite make it out.
I think that's going to be 2-all after 3 ends. So it's good. They're having a much tighter second set.
Yeah, close match.
Yeah.
2.
And that would be disappointing if that didn't happen because Jillian's way too good a bowler to for that first set to be reflective. So it's currently 7-0 to June after 5 ends. So do or die this end. Rainbow needs a 3 or a 4.
Yeah, that's not going to help much.
No, that's
Within a couple of inches.
this is when you start throwing a few bowls in behind the jack and then save it to your last bowl to try and pick up that big score. There we go.
See if she tries to move it back.
Yeah, well, it's certainly better having bowls in the back than dropping one short. So
That is a very good ball. I think June's thrown the gauntlet down, Shane.
he's really just like this. Like you said, ever since she threw in that
Yep.
that fantastic bowl to steal that end,
Effortless
she's
takeout.
just
Yeah.
gone. She's just gone into that mode. She just keeps on putting the pressure on.
But it's that ebb and flow you keep talking about in this game. Just one shot can turn that end or that set, and it seems that's exactly what's happening out here today.
Yeah, sometimes once it's gone, it's gone.
Yes.
You know, sometimes the good players just realize that and they just treat this as practice for the tiebreaker.
Yeah. And in 7 ends, you really don't have, the time or the opportunity to be able to get back.
Yeah,
If it was a 14 end game, yes.
Yeah.
You just refocus. But like you say, I think they're all looking towards the tiebreak now. Interesting to see, because they'll be flipping the coin. So
yeah,
my guess is June will be wanting that long jack because she's done extremely well in the last few ends with the long jack. And
but I mean, it's also an opportunity for Rainbow just to sort of free herself of that second set, just brush that off, forget about it, and just say, okay, we're now playing 3 ends. I mean,
best of 3.
yeah, and it's at least it's a 3 end tiebreaker. Those 1 end tiebreakers they are so tough. It's like we've had those at provincials before, and
I like this format though. The best of 3.
Best of 3. Yeah,
I'm quite a fan of that. I think it's the best of all options.
Yeah, I think this, when you're playing 3 end tiebreakers, when it's just win the end, it's a different tactical match than the rest of the match, and it's actually more interesting.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
More opportunity too for a comeback if you happen to give up a lot of points in that one.
Yeah, back in the day, when I was a member at North Vancouver, they used to have their club singles was just based on ends. You didn't collect shots, you just collected ends, and it really is a different game, and I really enjoyed it because it's just so different from normal singles. You're not thinking about building up ahead and adding to it. You're thinking about being defensive and what you can do just to hold that good shot you got in early. So yeah, it's nice to have those variants, and that's part of what I love about bowls. Yeah, we have different formats. We have different sort of singles, pairs, triples, fours. It's each format has its own nuances.
Yes.
Okay, well, I think that is the set.
Yep. Off to the tiebreak.
To the tiebreaker, yep.
Meanwhile, on 2, we got a real nail biter here. It's tied to 2 on after 3. Gillian throwing her final ball.
Linda's sitting on the jack, as she often does.
Phenomenal shot by Gillian.
Yep, she just picked up the jack and moved it, and so Linda's got one shot to try and get the shot back. So Like we were talking about, they've tossed the coin, and it looks like Rainbow has picked up the mat. Let's see what
Well,
they
let's see if
Oh,
the
no.
flip of a coin changes the luck at all. Chooses to go medium short. 5, and it looks like it's up 2, so it'll be about a 26 meter jack.
So it's just a case of who adjusts the quickest.
Yes.
And if you got the first ball, you got to make it count. She won't be happy with that. That hasn't put any pressure on June. Though, to be fair, June sort of hasn't looked as though pressure's a factor. This is looking pretty good, I think.
She'll be lucky in that one. Yeah. It's about a bowl in front, a couple of bowls in front of the jack. Pressure back on Rainbow.
The line's pretty good. It's all in the weight. Just heavy again.
She just
It's probably not what June was trying for, but it's not a bad position to be in that last bowl. Rainbow.
no.
See what she can do now.
Well, Rainbow's
No.
not going to like that.
Linda came back in that with her last bowl there, and she picked up a 2, and that another lovely bowl here from June. So Linda's leading 4-2 after 4 ends in the other semi-final. She won the first set. At the moment, advantage June in the tiebreaker here, first end.
Coming in a bit narrow here.
More wish.
Just not enough weight to effectively split those two blues.
Yep, so I think June will just be declaring, surely. She's got the shot, yeah. Yep, first end there for June. She leads 1-0. So just a
I wouldn't get
reminder.
the impression that she's an intermediate bowler by the way she's carrying herself out on the green there today.
No, no, she's playing like she's done this dozens of times.
It does.
Yeah.
Almost workmanlike.
Yeah. Yeah. No, that's
She's got a job to do and she's out there doing it.
yep. No, that's like, I mean, for me, that's one of the highest compliments you can have, because you're just getting the job done.
Yes. Is she going for the long jack again?
I think she
Well,
will.
I know she practices this daily. So I'm sure it's her go-to length. She's part of a group of young bowlers who practice together a lot, and watch out.
Yeah, we might have to do something to stop that. They're getting way, way too good.
too good, too early, too
Yeah.
quickly. Yeah.
I think that's one of the great things about bowls, yeah, is that you can come in and you can be pretty good pretty quickly, and then you spend probably the rest of your life
Yeah.
trying to get that extra 10% better that you still got in you.
That's true. I mean, the sky really is the limit. You put in time and you will be a better player. How much better is, well, that's that intrinsic thing that you just never know what you may have hidden hidden away there. That's
I'm still waiting, like
yeah,
I'm still waiting for
as
that.
as are most of us. Yes.
But I think the thing is that, like, it's true that on any given day, you can be, you know, fantastic,
Yes.
and
That is the beauty.
yeah,
Everyone will have their day.
yeah,
Maybe not at a provincial, but I've always said too that especially to the newer bowlers, when sometimes they ask you some advice or something, and say, "Well, you're as good as the best game you've ever had. That's as good as you are right now." And um, you keep playing and you keep putting in the time and the practice and the repetitions, and you will be better than that. And one believes that June's already at that level.
yep. She's putting the pressure on Rainbow right now, and
Yeah,
um,
and there. Look at this
this is
ball
another
coming
good
in this
ball
one.
coming in.
Yeah, my goodness. You would think that they reversed,
Yeah. So
you
the
know.
option here is, for Rainbow is to, draw or try and play a little touch of weight. Just seems like a good draw. Just coming across the head there.
Gonna have to stay on the forehand, I think. There's not really much of a backhand option now.
No. Yeah, it's just a one ball each to come, and unless Rainbow can pull something out of a hat.
Well, June's got one already in the back. I think he
Yeah.
just draws one just behind it, maybe, or
Yeah. Yeah, you got
I
two.
mean, she could even pull up short if she thought that would be a. She's got lots of options.
Yeah, it's nice to be in the driver's seat.
Hmm. Well, there's no better feeling than when you're playing this game and you know the other opponent has all the pressure on them. It's almost a freeing thing,
It
You
is, and there's no worse feeling when that opponent then pulls out that one shot that they've got, and all of a sudden, oh, we're going to the final, and
yes.
so you see that so
Well, that's
often.
always in the back of your mind because it's can always happen.
I am never confident of the opponent's bowl is stopped, and it's a good 30 seconds after. Then I can,
Breathe your sense of relief.
oh yeah, I'm a horse racing man, so I always wait until 5 minutes after the race, and there's no protest, and then I'm happy.
Okay,
Just trying
Rainbow's throwing a little
trying
bit of
hard,
no,
just too narrow.
that's too narrow.
Yep. And that is June. Well done. Yeah, so really, like, first set, was dominance from Rainbow. Second set, June just took over.
Changed on a dime. That
Yeah, and she just kept on going in the tiebreak. I mean, so often you win the second set and the other player comes
Yeah.
back, but like you said, June just didn't give
and it just goes to
anything.
show you too. Um, the only bit of weight she threw was one
That one shot,
that one shot.
and that changed everything. She could go back to her normal game, and she just
Yeah.
took off after that. So very professional performance here from June to take out the match. Just before we round up, in the other match, it's currently 4-3 to Linda ahead of Gillian.
Yep, you're in the sixth in.
Yep. So we will be back for the final, and it will be June Huang playing either Gillian Poon or Linda Ing, either way. going to be a great match. Join us at, I guess it's going to be sort of probably in half an hour or so. So we'll join you then, and look forward to you covering that match as well. Thanks for watching.